Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I created this look on my girl, continue to watch. Yes, sir. All right, we hitting y'all with the back-to-back content here. We going in with some witch hazel on her face. And really quick, I want to say this, the light, this whole video don't do this makeup justice, okay? The quality of the video is cool, but the light could have been better just based off of, what the actual room was like. But I went in with some setting powder, translucent powder from Mercier to set her brows before I get started, just like how I did in my previous video. I'm going in with the same brow pencil. And so personally, I always like to extend her brows. This is my girl Kirsta, my yin to my yang. And yeah, she back a few months ago, we did a video and you guys seemed to love it. So I definitely had to bring her back. But I'm going in and I'm filling in her brows. She already has super thick brows, which y'all, they had messed up her brows a while back and it's starting to grow back. But I just like to extend her tail and just define her brows more. I'm going to go in with some of the same shades that I used for like the face on me that I did for me on her, because she is just a little bit darker than me. So I am taking a cool tan and pure beige, but less of the pure beige. Is more like a 75% ratio to a 25 for the lighter shade. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up her brows like I normally do. We conceal the bottom and then we half conceal the top, because I like to perfect my arch before, so I don't really need to conceal the whole brow, and that just reduces time for me and it helps me in the long run with my clients as well. But I've also used the technique on myself. So I'm just going in and cleaning up her brows, making sure that they're neat, they're up to high standards, because she's really big on brows too, and she does her own makeup. She's actually a hairdresser. I'll have her information down below and y'all can check her out if you're in Oklahoma and you want to book. But she does like stuff like frontal, well, no, not frontals, but closures, silk press. She do sewing, stuff like that. But she definitely specializes in like just having your sewing look like that's your real hair, and that's on period. But let me stop. I'm like, I'm promoting my friends because that's what friends do. But yeah, definitely check her out. Her information is gonna be in the bio. But yeah, I'm going in with the Benefit brow gel like I did on myself. And then here we are with the P. Louise base. I'm not quite sure why I'm speeding up this video the way I am, but I'm kind of regretting it because I have to talk super fast. But if you don't want to hear me, you can just look. We decided to go with some colors. We normally do neutral colors on her, and I wanted to spice it up. So we saw this look on Instagram. And this is also from a girl on Instagram as well. I got inspired by a look she did, and I want to say her name. I will have her information in the description box if I don't have her name correctly, but it's Brie.glamazon on Instagram. So it's br.glamazon. She got inspired by somebody else, but I saw it on her page. So this is from her inspiration, from her picture that I seen. I definitely love to give credit when credit is due, and when I actually get inspired by somebody, that's something that I'm really big on, because like as a makeup artist, sometimes you don't always come up with looks on your own. You need inspiration from others, and I'm totally okay with telling you guys if I'm inspired by somebody. Never once in my life have I tried to steal somebody's look, and if I saw it from somebody and not tell where I got the inspiration from or who I got the idea from. So I definitely went ahead and selected the same colors that she chose in the picture, the purple, the teal, and a brown. Right here, you'll see me going with the NYX Epic Wear liner, and this is in the shade brown. I'm not done blending out the eyeshadow, but I just skipped forward, but I am going to go back in and blend out the eyeshadow. So like I was saying before, this is definitely like a fun look. We wanted to spice it up just a little bit. We've never done any color on her. And then this was just giving me Coachella vibes, and she and her little rhinestone. If y'all think I'm obsessed with rhinestones, she's obsessed with rhinestones. So I decided to go ahead and do a look to mimic her. So I had did my makeup before I did hers, and you guys probably have seen that video yesterday. But here I am with the rhinestones, and like I said, that information for the rhinestones will be in the description box. They're listed on my Amazon page of just products that I like to use. So I'm going in and I'm applying some lash glue before I apply the rhinestones, and I'm going in the order like I've previously stated, as far as applying the bigger ones first, and then while you go up, you add smaller ones in spaces above the slightly bigger ones. So here I am. There's no, I mean, there's a technique to it. Like I said, bigger to smaller, but there's no really, as far as I'm making sure that each eye, like both of the eyes are matching together. You just want to put them in random spots. So every time you guys see where I put the rhinestones, I go ahead and mimic the same location that I put it on one of the eye to the other eye, just so they can look as close as possible. We trying to look, real organized and that we got our shit together. So yes. We're gonna start on the face. The eyes really didn't take that long. Her makeup probably took like an hour and 15 minutes. No joke. So yeah, it wasn't that crazy. I'm going in with the Fort Ray moisturizer. This is in their Face Milk Rose. And so I'm going to go ahead and blend that into her skin. Now, I don't do any extra as far as moisture with her, because she does have really oily skin, like really oily skin. And if I try not to, of course you want to moisturize the skin, but you don't want to go overboard. So like I've told you guys before, I would do my skincare routine before I apply the face moisture. Well, she didn't apply any moisture to her face, so just that face milk was fine enough for me. Then I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Not translucent powder. This is their Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. And then I am going to go in with the translucent powder once I've pressed that primer in. And I'm going to go in lightly with some translucent powder. And what that helps to do is it helps to allow the makeup stay on a little bit longer, where you're not seeing too much moisture. I don't believe in using that milk of magnesia. That is absolutely not good for your skin. So I'm not really into that, but I definitely like to set her face with just a tad bit of translucent powder, then apply the foundation. So I'm using the same shades that I use on myself, but I'm going in with the darker shades first. And of course it looks a little bit light, but once we blend everything together, we add the contour, the concealer, everything's going to turn out just fine. And like I said, this video, like the light in this video is not doing the makeup justice at all. And I debated on if I should post this, but I'm just like, it's content. I know how you guys feel about that. So it's overall, the makeup was on point. And I'll show you guys here at the end of the video, like what it looks like when it's actually good lighting. But she is a bit tanner than me, so I went with the darker shade more. So I'm just showing you guys what it looks like on one face than I do on the other. So I apply the foundation on the other, and basically I use a foundation brush just to spread out the product. It works better for me, and it allows me to make sure that I'm not wasting any product, because when you use a flat brush to spread out all the products, it's pretty much on the face at that point. You're just pressing it into the skin. So that just works better for me. And these brushes are from e.l.f. I got them from Walmart. And I'm just going in and I'm blending out her foundation. Like I said, we're pressing the foundation in. We're not dragging and we're not pulling in any direction. We are literally simply just pressing that into the skin. Then I'm going to go in with some concealer here. We have the Tarte concealer in shade 35H Medium Honey. And then we have the Deep Caramel in for e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So that's what we're going to do right here at some point. I don't know if she was feeling herself or what it was, but she was hinting. So I applied a darker shade first, which is the e.l.f. And then I'm going to apply the lighter shade closer to her under eye. Apply some, just a tad bit on her forehead and her chin. We wanted to go for, she normally do like a shade, 1 or 2 shades lighter than her foundation. So I was just trying to show her what it would look like if she decided to have a lighter concealer instead of just having her concealer match closely to her foundation. Her face just looks like one color. And like I said, y'all, she does an amazing job on her own with her makeup, because she used to do makeup on other people as well, but that's not something she's passionate about. Um, but yeah, so I sprayed the setting spray before applying, before blending out the concealer. And I'm going back and forth with the concealer on my hand and also the concealer that is on her face. Now, at one point, I don't know if you guys watch my previous videos, but I used to apply the contour before blending out my concealer, but it just honestly depends, because some concealer do need time to just settle down and get a little bit tacky so it sticks to the skin more. But in this case, I was using a really thick concealer, which was the e.l.f., and then of course the Tarte, which allows the e.l.f. not to be that thick, but we wasn't trying to take any chances, because the last time I did her makeup, that concealer did not want to blend out, and I ain't had time for that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I need to stop smacking my lips, because that's annoying. When I rewatch my videos, I'm just like, girl, you was smacking, and you keep telling yourself you won't smack. But I'm going in, and normally I add the contour first and then blend it out, but I'm just going in with the brush and just taking a little bit of product from the contour onto the face. Yes, I wanted a defined contour, but more like an airbrush contour. Like you couldn't see any lines. It just melted into the skin, and that works better when you apply the brush with the product from the get-go and not just apply the product, then use the brush to blend it out. It reduces time because you can control how many products you put on, or the amount of product you apply, I should say. So that is just beneficial either way. I mean, either options, I do either apply the contour first and then blend it, but in this case I wanted more of like an airbrush finish where it's just blended, just like muy bien, you know. So I contoured her nose. She has a really small nose. I don't know if you can tell, but I contoured the nose too. And at this point, with me blending out the concealer, it was a bit like taken back, like it blended in with the foundation. So I did go ahead and add a little bit of the lighter concealer, and then I went ahead and blended it out. And then I'm going to go in and set with my Madame Glow face powder before I apply my translucent powder. I am also going for the lighter translucent powder. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but it's very pointless if you want a bright under eye that you go in with a powder that's yellow or a darker shade than your concealer, because that will cancel it out. So if you're wanting a lighter under eye, yes, you do have to apply a lighter concealer, but to help that as well, you need to apply a lighter setting powder. So of course this is translucent, so it's not as far as like any flashback, but it doesn't take away the shade because it's translucent. So we want to still keep the highlighted shade under her eyes without taking away anything. I kind of forgot what I was saying. So that's why I use the translucent powder on her instead of the honey powder. And she also does translucent powder on herself as well. I'm going in. This is the foundation brush. This is from Real Techniques, and I want to say it's 204. It's just a face brush that they have. I have a lot of these brushes because I love how I can use it to apply my foundation, and then I can use it to set the setting powder. I don't know if I didn't show you guys this because like I said, the video is going a bit fast, but I did allow the powder to sit on her face for a little bit because, like I said, she do have oilier skin. And so I just wanted her to absorb I wanted all that mattness. I didn't want to take away from that. I'm going in with the Juvia's Place. This is their contour palette in, I want to say, tan. Yeah, this is the, hold on, I'm looking really quick. Yeah, it's 10. I want to say it's 10 or medium or 10. So my bad, but I'll have it in the description. So yeah, guys, so basically at this point, I'm going to go in with some blush. This is the Milani Cosmetic blush that I applied on her. And this is the Peach of Me. I love this blush, y'all. I love Milani. I feel like people be sleep But y'all need to wake up. Just because it's drugstore doesn't mean it's not good. I love Milani. Like, I'm on their PR list, and every time they send me something, it definitely puts a smile on my face because I know I'm going to be using their products. And they're not stingy with their PR list. They send you every damn thing that they drop, and I just love it. I love it. So she told me she wanted a lot of blush. She's a big fan of blush. So normally we go neutral on the brush, but we said, you know what? We give in Coachella vibes. So let's go all the way out. Show these girls how we actually do it. You know what I'm saying? Applying those same shades that I applied on the top of her, on her lids, on the bottom of her waterline. And then I'm going to go in with a liner from ColourPop eyeliner. I'll have that in the description box because I don't have that currently. But it's like a light velvet white liner. And low key, it looks white when I apply it. But it has like a purple. It looks like the actual purple that I put on the eyes. So you could see with the actual pencil itself that I have right now. And it just wasn't, I mean, I applied it. It just wasn't giving what I thought it was going to give, to be honest. Or maybe I needed to have a little bit more force to it. But you got to be really sensitive when you're close to somebody's eyes like that. So, yeah, look at that look. The look is saying something, okay? It's saying something. So I'm going to spray her face before I put on some highlight. We're pretty much close to the end here. I'm going to go in with the Milk Honey by Beauty Bakery. And I am going to apply that on her brow bone, her chin, her nose, and her cheeks, and her forehead too, I think. But just in the same areas. Like, this is just for y'all to watch because I feel like my routine doesn't change. I haven't really gotten any real new techniques lately. So what I'm doing is what I've been doing for a few months. And honestly, it works for me. And yeah, if I find a new technique that I really like, I might switch it up. But I'm definitely sticking to what I know that works for me. Because the minute I try to try something, especially even if it's on a client, it just never goes the same. So what I do is normally I'll try it on myself first. And if I'm feeling it, then I'll move over to doing it on my clients. Now, I will say the few times that I've done her makeup, I've always done her face first because we've always done a natural look sometimes. So this time was with me doing her face last. And I mean, it worked out for the actual eye look that we were going for. I applied some lash glue on her eyes so that the lash can just, because your skin naturally is warm, it's easier to apply it on other people, especially when their eyes are closed, because you don't want the lash glue to get into the lashes. And I've noticed that if I do that, then the lashes stay on longer for my clients. You don't know how long they're going to have it on for, so I like to do that step so it stays on longer. As for me, I normally put on just the lash glue on my lash because I don't wear my makeup for that long. But these lashes, they were a little bit full, but not too full as far as like the length, because I still wanted I wanted the main focus to be on the actual eyes. And you have to be very careful on how you pick your lashes out, because you can literally spend 30 to 40 minutes on an eye look and then you put lashes on and then you don't even see it. You don't get to appreciate the look because you have on some dramatic lashes. And don't get me wrong, I'm really big on dramatic lashes, and that's why normally my day-to-day look is just a natural beat with any type of dramatic lash. But I'm going in with some lip. I'll have the information down below. This is a BFF4 lip pencil from ColourPop. I'm also using a Juvia's Place lipstick with Beauty with a Wink lip gloss in Naked. Because we talked about the type of looks that we were going to plan for this, because like I said, I haven't been motivated to do any looks, so I need to be inspired. And so when we saw that look and we both gravitated towards it, we definitely wanted to go with that. And then we decided on like the lip colors and stuff like that. I feel like she's so quick to do a dark lip, but I be telling her, you be sleep on these nudes and this dark liner, but you need to understand that you can never go wrong with a nude lip. I'm going in with 2 Setting Spray. This is a Benefit Pure Professional. I love that. I use it for all my clients. And then I also use the Super Mist setting spray, or not the Super Mist, but the setting mist from Morphe. So I did both. And y'all, the look turned out amazing. Like, I loved it. I'm gonna show you guys how it looked. Just like on my phone, close up with the ring light where it normally is, how I take my client pictures. but this angle for some reason just wasn't hitting. But this is me showing her what it looks like. She feeling it. You know, she feeling it because it's just like she ain't never did no looks like. She said, okay, I want a palette. I want a bright palette. So she's definitely going to try doing some bright looks because she ended up loving it. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if, you know, you have any opinions. I would love to hear back from you guys. I will be responding to comments here once I get everything situated. But yeah, this is the final look. And honey, like I said, the light ain't doing it justice, but wait, but wait. And if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and let me know what you think. But here you go. I'm gonna move this because I'm gonna get some.
Making beauty girls have more fun.